Well, let's go back to the truck, but you guys are going to call me Slay Dog after this one, so stick around, see what goes on. This short little hunt on the property catches in there. I reckon it's about 300. Go to about 6 MLA. She's broadside. $250 it's saying. Righto, let's go 250 on that one. 255. Righto. A hit. A lot of deer scurrying off. She was hit well. 250. She's down, so happy days. Took that hind down. She had a bit of a bung front leg. Really hard to tell in the footage with this first light stuff with this big camera. Haven't really worked out the settings for super low light, I guess. Probably forgot to flick it onto night mode. Seems to give it a brown hue and picks up things a bit better, but I'll be able to play with that footage a little bit, brighten it up. We can see the deer up there, and then yeah, dialed in for the range that I was picking up on. It's 250, and sent it. We got one down, so that's going to be good. Just going to go into some curry and some mince actually. Frothing. -4 when I got out of the car. And then I haven't got my TP to bloody wipe my lenses or anything like that, so bloody hecker. Anyway, deer down, go back out, get the ute and cut her up. They're at 200 there. I didn't have already one in the pot. That wouldn't be too bad at all. There was another deer in this gully. Seen 3 or 4 cutting across early. Couldn't get the camera to show much at all actually. And then there was another one in this gully, so I sort of came over towards here, and in doing so, halfway here there's like 5 or more come across out of another part of the paddock. So I just sat up there and started ranging. It ended up being about 260. And I thought, yeah, okay, there was a stag there. There's 2 smaller stags, like 24 maybe. Looked okay, but definitely weren't thumpers. So, lost sight of where the other dark figure was. He looked a lot bigger, and he was by himself. Yeah, so I lost sight of where this darker figure was as these other ones cut across, and then I just ended up setting up on them. And a couple of them milled around just down here, just below the bush, long enough. Yeah, long enough to get set up on, and I thought that'd be a good test for those bullets, because I'd rather take a hind testing than just a little small stag. Like the other day's one was real small, but it was more of a spiky type scenario. I'm happy to do that. But the stags have got antlers, so we like to keep them. I like to keep them out there in the field. So anyway, this one looked like it had a bit of a sore leg. So I thought, well, that's us. And here it is anyway. Beauty. That's Projectile right there. Far side. She's only got 3 legs, that's why. Look at that. So that's why she looked like she had a bit of a sore leg, eh? She's only got 3 of them. Poor old girl, she's been doing well. Oh, it's bloody spiky. quite bizarre. Not every day you see him with only 3 legs. It's been like that for a while too. Shot this one at about 260 metres broadside, just 10 metres before the bush edge on the first light. Saw quite a few deer earlier on, sneak in just before I could get the camera to show any light. And then after closing some distance on some other deer, these other couple actually ran out to head towards the bush, so I was able to just get in position really, and there you go, another hunter over there. Shot this one today with the 7mm 08 and the 160 grainers. I was able to dial the scope up to about 5 MOA for 250 metres. Yeah, dial the scope up and get a nice broadside shot on this one. I've actually got the projectile right here on the far side shoulder, and it's gone in on the close side shoulder, so that's really awesome. Let's get to it. Young stag, which is fine. Saw quite a few, well, there's 2 other stags in this group that had antlers of 20 to 24 inches. And we wanted to test out these spear at a bit longer distance. Dialed in for a 250 metre shot. Typically I wouldn't have to do that, but I've got these rounds hitting bang on at 100 metres, whereas my other rounds are normally like 1.5 to 2 inches high. And that's either 140 grain, so I'm using the same 0. Just different point of impacts with these rounds. So at 250, the 160 grainer starting out at only about 2400 feet per second is quite slow, so it's wanting to drop just a little more than a fast 140, up at around 2800 or whatever. So got me dial sorted, got it up onto 5 MOA. Sounds a lot, but is what it is. Seems to hit them in the sweet spot and the gongs every time, so that's what it is. And yeah, shot off, had a nice lay down rest, squeezed trigger, and it's only gone 10 metres anyway, piled up. Hopefully see a bit of that on the camera. Definitely shot it on camera. And we've got a projectile in the far side shoulder, so we're just going to cut that out now. It's right there actually, feels pretty good, pretty mushroomed. So this will be a really good test. So I was hoping to get a projectile out of one of these deer at some point, and this has been perfect candidate. So let's get about it. Oh, interesting. Hopefully that's focusing. I've had a projectile tumble once it was in there, so its base is a bit squished. It's not bad though. I've got a lot of shank. Got a lot of shank there, so that means the penetration was always going to be pretty good. It's definitely not going too fast. It has peeled back to front a bit. It's not the perfect mushroom, but it's definitely a dead deer, and I'm pretty happy with that for now. Try and whack that bottom one. Bit greedy now, but I was just cutting this deer up and then had those two other stags come over, so I thought that'd be a good opportunity to get a bit more easier meat too, and get the vehicle right up to it. I was going to just take the back straps off this one and head out, but looks like I'll have to go get the vehicle and come back, get some legs too, but they're a long way out, coming back pretty late. Just happened to catch me out of the corner of my eye. Then was going to get some footage, but just wasn't patient enough and moved to try and get up on the crest, and then obviously they were just about the crest, weren't they? So they were onto me and then just took off a little bit and sat up. And unfortunately by sitting up they gave me enough time just to get sorted, so mince for days, boys. Job to do now, so we'll get going. That's 200 metres with the 7mm weight. Same thing, and then ran a little bit and died, so it was all good. Righto, so this is that one from earlier when we were cutting that other deer up. And as I was sort of saying with these ones, I've sussed out his antlers, compared next to one that was of similar age, and the other one had antlers out here, and this one just had what was going on here. So I've chosen to shoot this stag for more meat while the opportunity was there, and let that other one scurry off back out and do its thing for a while, a couple more years. Some spikes, you'll see I always have a single spike and they'll come right up to here. That's actually a good indication. You want to sort of leave those ones. I thought this was one of them until I noticed the brows, and then I thought, hang on, he's half a wonky. Benefit of the doubt, yeah, he might grow some antlers one day, but they're not going to be of excessive size. Whereas that other guy, he's same age and got the length already, so let's leave him and let them go for a while. So to get the back straps out, you just want to split him open at the back, and then run your knife down along his spine. There's a layer of meat up there at the top of the shoulder which you can slice and get under it, which will get you into the back strap. Anyway, we'll get up under here. And there's two big lumps down in the back end here. Two big lumps down the back end. And you sort of just cut them off at the on an angle where they are. And then that can start where you want to just start going along the ribs and peeling that back strap off. and it'll just come off as one big slab. Just scalloping it out till you get down to where that front shoulder is. If you've released enough skin, you pull up that front shoulder blade and you'll be able to get a nice long back strap out of there. There you have it.